Hello, RoahmMythril here once again, doing something a bit different for this update video because, well, I kinda need something different. So I'm messing around with Pokemon Emerald here a bit. I've just been playing through the game on my own just for fun, looking around the game again and all that kind of thing. I do still plan on maybe doing an LP of Pokemon Emerald using no evolutions. I think that might be an interesting challenge. But for now, this is just going to be an update video, seeing if I can make it through the Battle Factory here. So yeah, obviously, it's been a little while since my last Battle Network 3 video. Okay, skilled in Water type. Let me pick my team and then we'll really get into this. Okay, so what all do we have here? Donphan, that's probably right out. Dealing with water types as I am. No. Oh, this selection so far is pretty bad. Gods, they're all weak to water, or just won't do very well. Now, you might be good. You'd definitely be good. So, yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with you, have you in on this, and in case I do have to Toxic Stall someone, I'll just go ahead and go with Skarmory. Okay, so yeah, like I said, it's been a while since my last Battle Network 3 video. I've unfortunately hit one of those points where every time I want to work on it, something's come up, basically. First, it was the YouTube glitch, where videos that were longer than 15 minutes were having problems uploading. Yeah, that was a thing. It didn't even hit everybody, it only hit certain people. And unfortunately, I was one of the ones that got hit by it. It made it to where if you tried to upload something longer than 15 minutes, even if your account said you should be able to and it won't be a problem, once the video finished uploading, it would say that the video was rejected for length. So that was a thing. Thankfully, YouTube, I have to admit, they got right on it. I mean, they took the weekend off, but, you know, that's understandable. But they got right on it, and they got it fixed, and so, yeah. That's working again, thank goodness. Unfortunately, it timed out to where, right when that got fixed, our air conditioning went out. I don't know about where the rest of you live, but here in Southeast Texas, yeah, spring is summer part 1. In summer, it's not unusual for us to get temperatures of 110 degrees or so, and it's not much better in the spring. Yeah, it was way too hot to wear my headset. The only way I could stand it is if I had a very loud box fan on in my room, and that would have easily been picked up by the headset, and that would have been really annoying for everyone, I'm sure. So I decided to just wait until the AC was fixed, which, thankfully, it is now. That, however, timed out with Saturday, on which my friend Kit was doing a gaming broadcast. For those not in the know, my friend Pink, she usually does Saturday gaming broadcasts. And in doing so, while I can't actually watch the gaming stream, she has her friends join her on Skype to provide co-commentary and just all that kind of thing. And so I was in on that. Pink right now, however, she can't do those broadcasts. She just recently graduated college, so awesome, congrats on that. But, she's gonna have to move across country to get to where she can find work and that sort of thing. So, when she moves, she's not gonna have her own place immediately. So, she's gonna be rooming with, someone she knows out there. And so she's not gonna have the kind of privacy or time that she really needs to do the Saturday broadcasts. So in the meantime, some of our mutual friends, they've been taking over and doing weekend casts. The first one was from our friend Chompy. She did a broadcast of Dungeons of Dreadmore, in which she survived an amazingly long time with a completely random set of skills. But last Saturday, it was Kit doing New Super Marissa Land. So, Thunderbolt missed, really? Wow. Anything to drag this out. So yeah, he was broadcasting New Super Marissa Land, and so I joined in on that for the Skype call and everything. And then, of course, Sunday was Mother's Day, so I was out for a good portion of the day with my mum. We went out, had lunch, did some shopping, all that sort of thing. So that brings us to Monday, for which I was actually scheduled for an interview. Unfortunately, at the last minute, something came up and the interview had to be cancelled. It had to be rescheduled. And it's actually rescheduled for today. I'm going to be doing the interview with him in a couple of hours, I believe. As for Tuesday, honestly, I just felt kind of burned out. I just really didn't feel up to it, and so I kind of had to big out a recording then. Okay, who do I want to replace? Let's go ahead and replace Skarmory with... let's go with Kingdra. I always actually do try and do one swap each time, because I think that makes it so you have better selections, usually. Okay, so anyway, yeah, yesterday, I was a bit burned out. Also, HughesNet actually broke in a new and interesting way. For everybody in the house, we had absolutely no problem using things like AIM or Skype or whatever, but we couldn't access any websites. So, yeah, that happened. So, anyway, I am still working on it, and I plan to do more recording on Battle Network 3 on Thursday. The time off has given me a good idea. You know, it's given me practice. It's still going to be a thing. These are some tricky areas. But, essentially, I'm not quite sure if I'm just going to be going through the first area of the secret area for the next video, or if I'm going to try and go through the first two. We'll see how it goes, how much footage I end up with, that kind of thing. But hopefully I can get some new stuff together pretty soon here. So a lot of people have been saying they like my Battle Network videos, and I've actually had a lot of people saying they're really looking forward to Battle Network 4. Unfortunately, I may have some bad news on that front. Yeah, how about no? No Paris song, thank you very much. I may have some bad news on Battle Network 4. I may not end up being able to do that one. The problem with it is that the emulation for Battle Network 4 is kinda iffy at best. What I essentially mean by that is there's a lot of things in the game that it will just suddenly freeze. A lot of chips, if you try and use them, will freeze the game. There are a few scenarios that'll freeze the game. So, yeah, it's kind of an unreliable emulation. I don't know if they've made a better one since then, if anybody's tried to improve it at all. If anyone knows of that, I'd be interested in some news on that, actually. Oh, hi, Meganium. This could be an issue. So, yeah, I've also had people suggest using the actual cartridges. The problem with this is it would require me to erase my game on Red Sun, which, as much work as it took me to get everything on there, I honestly don't want to go through with that. Another thing is the trading between the games. I do actually have both games. Unfortunately, my Game Link cable, it doesn't really seem to want to work correctly. I actually tried to do this with some of the 3rd Gen Pokemon games fairly recently to trade some Pokemon back and forth there, and it didn't work. It didn't recognize that the games were hooked to each other. I don't know if, I don't know where the error is, if it's in the Game Link cable itself, or if it's just the connectors on the Game Link cable, or the connector on the Game Boy Player on my GameCube, or on the GBA SP that I have. I honestly don't know what the deal is there, but I can't connect the games, so I can't trade between them, so that would be a problem. Oh man, that beeping. How I did not miss you in 5th Gen. So yeah, the other issue with Battle Network 3, like I said, is just burnout. It is a really long game. And I really enjoyed the game, but the problem is that just playing it non-stop as I have been, it's a little different than just playing it for my own fun on my own schedule. And I think that's the issue I'm having more than anything else here. I still love the game, I still want to finish it and everything, but it's just harder for me to focus on it when I've already been playing it so long, you know? I mean, I've been working on this since January, and it's like halfway through May now. Okay, so what do we have for the 3rd team here? No clear favorites. Free-spirited and unrestrained, huh? Alright. Let's see. You're not quite as great as I was hoping for. The moveset was just not really my style. I really like Gardevoir, though. Let's try you. Okay, so, yeah, anyway, with the Burnout, something I'm going to be doing in the near future here after I finish Battle Network 3 is I'm probably going to work on some shorter projects for a while. Things like, for instance, Imperishable Night, which I'm thinking I may go ahead and scale back and just do a normal run on that one. A normal one continue clear. Hard is just beyond me for now. And, you know, that may give me something that, as I practice it in my off time, I can come back to that and try and record a hard mode run later, when I'm better at the game. And so I'll just do my normal mode run just to have fun and have something I can quickly get up. Also things like the Legend of Zelda Minimalist run, and also the Roko-chan Perfect runs. I still want to do those for the Robot Master stages there. Which leads me to a question. Does anyone know of a way I can actually download the game instead of just having to load up the flash every time? Because, yeah, I can see that having to reload it every time I fail, I could see that being an issue on my bandwidth, mostly, and, so, yeah, if I could at all download the game to have it on my system, that would be the most beneficial way I could do it. You know, on the extreme off chance that anyone here actually knows and has contact with the maker of the game, and could ask that for me, I would highly appreciate it. So another thing to cover is the secret project. Ah, gods. I am really starting to regret ever having mentioned it. It's still definitely something I want to do. But it's kind of stalled for now just because it's hard to find time to work on it with all my other projects. How people like Raocow can so fluidly concentrate on more than one project at a time, I envy them. I really do. I've tried to do that, and I simply cannot. I'm not that good at doing an A-side and a B-side. So, you know, that's kind of my problem. But I am still going to finish it. It is still something I want to finish. It's just going to require me to have enough solid time to work on it all at once and get the thing finished. So that might be something I have to wait until this year's winter break before I really finish that in my off time. But it is definitely going to be finished eventually, so, you know, rest assured of that. Status on other projects. Obviously, when October rolls around, I'm going to be working on Silent Hill 4 this year. To refamiliarize myself with it, I've actually been watching someone else doing an LP of that, Agent GR. I cannot talk today. Agent JR. I've been watching their LP of Silent Hill 4. Normal type, huh? That's interesting. Let's see. I haven't really used StarMade much. Oh yeah, let's get Larry in there. So, yeah, I've been watching that to familiarize myself with it. I'm not too far into it. I'm basically at about the halfway point of watching that LP, to where the game really starts getting annoying. But yeah, so I'm doing that, doing my research for that, getting ready for it. Probably going to end up playing through the game myself on my off time to get some save states for later in the game, to get things like alternate endings, things like that, just to save myself some time and bother. I'll still be doing it myself, I won't be, like, downloading anything on it. But, yeah, Silent Hill 4 is kind of an interesting one. It's, my least favorite in the series. There are just so many design decisions they made that I don't agree with on it. But I do really like the combat in the game. That's probably the main reason I still want to do that one. So, yeah, I think that's really about all I have to talk about for now. Like I said, I'm hoping... Oh, bugger. Oh, I do have Earthquake. So yeah, I'm going to be doing the interview here in about an hour and a half. I'm really hoping to get back to recording Battle Network 3 soon. Probably on Thursday, like I said. But yeah, I'm going to see how this little battle plays out here, and that's probably going to be the end of this video for now. So, let's see if I can continue my streak. Will my streak stay alive? Well, I do have Larry on my side. Iron Tail on a water type, that's not gonna do much. Gonna go with Earthquake just because it's the more sure hit. And it's still super effective. I will admit Earthquake is probably one of the most broken things about the Pokemon metagame at this point, because just so many people learn it and, you know, let's face facts. It's very powerful. Ground is one of the most overpowered types, simply because of Earthquake, really. I think the other worst thing right now is, not Stone Edge, Stealth Rock. It just breaks so many types so horribly to where, you know, it's just a bad thing. It's one of the things that amazes me about Smogon, really. As much as they like to think that they have the metagame down to a T, and they know what works, they'll make tier lists, oh, you're banned because you're too strong. And yet they don't ban Stealth Rock. But boy, anything that can cause evasion to raise, everything from Double Team, which does it purposefully, to the Moody ability, which only occasionally does it, they are very quick to ban that. And so I just have to wonder where their priorities really are sometimes. Seems kinda silly to me. Because, you know, on my Pokemon team right now I'm raising a Moody Bibarel, and so Smogon can just deal with it as far as I'm concerned. I've never really paid attention to them or their tier lists and all of that. It's all seemed very silly to me. Fairly hypocritical, and just like they're kind of saying, well, this caught us off guard just once, so, yeah, we don't want it, we're banning it. It's what they did with, Speed Boost Blaziken. It caught them off guard once, and so they banned it, even though you can't even legitimately get it currently, so that's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, with that, I think that's where we're going to call this, so thank you very much for watching. Hopefully new videos coming soon. Going to be working on recording again on Thursday. Looking forward to getting into the secret areas. They are interesting, although tough. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well.